Hi everyone, my name is Julie. This is Keep Calm with Books and Coffee. Today we are kicking off a vlog for the Goddess Complex Readathon Conquest weekend, as well as trying to do 24 in 24. Good morning everyone. So I have my coffee here. This was actually the first thing on my to-do list this morning, to get coffee in my new skeleton mug. So that's one thing done already. I've actually done a bunch of things, but I wanted to not go too much longer without talking to all of you and telling you what the plan for today and a little bit of tomorrow is. So today is Conquest weekend for Goddess Complex Readathon, so we are trying to get as many pages submitted as possible for the Conquest, and I am currently reading Beneath the Sugar Sky by Shauna McGuire. This is not a retelling of any sort, but it is a novella series that I have been reading and wanted to make progress in this year, so I decided to pick up this novella. Like, the audiobook is like 4 hours long. I started it last night. The weekend started at 7 p.m. my time, and now I'm just about done with it this morning. I'm not sure if I'm going to read another installment in this, or if I'm going to try to get a comic or something else, or continue on reading Song of Silver Flame Like Night and just like finish this and submit it for prompt points, because I'm trying to both participate in the weekend and also not push myself too hard, since I have been kind of in a reading slump this month. And trying to do a little bit of everything. Sorry if you can hear the car outside. I have my window open because it is so stuffy in my house this morning. Anyway, I have a long list of things to do, and I am taking inspiration from Heather over at Hia Booktubes and doing a 24 in 24. So you will see some clips here in just a second showing you what I have gotten accomplished this morning and where I'm at in that 24 in 24 list. We're trying to do 24 things in 24 hours, and I will keep you posted throughout the day. I am hoping to get a lot done today because this is my last weekend for a while that I'm not working one of the weekend days, because that's just how my fall works with events and stuff. So I'm just trying to kind of get my house in order before I go work several weekends in a row. So that's my plan for today. I have gotten most things done in my bedroom. Like I started here because I was, slowly waking up, slowly getting into what I wanted to do. So I have most things done in this area of the house, and then we're going to start moving into the rest of the house to kind of clean and organize and, also do some fun things, because I want to film today. I'm going to go meet a friend's cat. That is on the list. And yeah. So that's my update for now, and I will talk to you all in a little bit. Okay, first task of the day was breakfast and coffee. Like I said, I tend to forget to eat breakfast on the weekends, so that was a important task on my to-do list. Then I went upstairs, and like I said in the intro, I was mainly working on my bedroom stuff at the beginning because I had a lot of clutter. I went on a trip last weekend, and I needed to kind of clean up the laundry that I did after the trip, as well as anything that I still needed to put away from, that excursion. I also started working on changing out my closet for the winter. So I kind of put tank tops and shorts away. At this point, I'm comfortable putting those away in my area, so I just did. And then I got out some of my more fall and Halloween-y shirts so that I can start working them into the rotation in the next month or so. Just kind of cleaning up generally, getting this stuff away that has kind of accumulated because I have left it alone. So then we moved into the kitchen, and I went downstairs. I had a bunch of dishes to put away, things that had, like I said, accumulated over the week. That's part of the reason I was doing this combo vlog, was because I knew I had a lot of stuff that I needed to kind of clean up this weekend, kind of get accomplished, and I needed some motivation for that. So I just worked on our few rooms downstairs, cleaning up the kitchen, the front room, our living room, places where things kind of build up over the week. So I emptied the dishwasher, did the dishes, I vacuumed both rooms. I also folded all of our blankets because I tend to just pick up a new one and then eventually all of them are scattered everywhere in the living room. I also checked on my plants in the front room to make sure they didn't need watered. I need to make a calendar for that so that I mark down when I actually water them because I tend to forget. What else did I do? I cleaned the stove and I didn't get any footage of that, but I did clean the stove because both the top and inside because it was getting a little grimy. I cleaned out the fridge. I took out the trash and the recycle because that task seems to come up so quickly every time I'm in the kitchen. I look and the trash can's full. It's kind of crazy. So then I also vacuumed my steps and cleared my front entryway, just kind of clearing a lot of clutter. That was the main tasks of this weekend because I have been kind of just letting things accumulate since the start of school, the school year, since I've been working a lot, and, just kind of getting a good reset in going into the next week. And I'm also watching some content. I turned off my book and decided to take a little break from reading. I'm watching Danny Dabbles here, and then I also remember watching a Brie vlog. I don't remember which one. I will have both the videos that I'm talking about linked down below because I am mostly through TBRs, but I'm still catching up on vlogs and other stuff. But I had decided to finish Beneath the Sugar Sky and borrow In an Absent Dream, both by Sean McGuire by this point. So in a second, I will update you on my thoughts, but I had also submitted those for Conquest weekend. Hello everyone, and good morning. Welcome to day 2 of the weekend and also day 2 of the Conquest. I am excited to continue reading. So yesterday I left you off in the morning when I was still doing a lot of my cleaning tasks, and I got so much done yesterday morning. Then I jumped on sprints with Katie and Beatrice and Laura, the 3 of them, and it was so much fun. I haven't had the opportunity to be on sprints with friends this month for the readathon because my schedule just hasn't lined up with any of them. So I was really excited to be able to join and hang out with all of them and have some really good productivity as well as some great chats and just lots of laughs. So then at the very end of sprints, I had to dash away because I was going to, like I said, see a friend's cat, which I was very excited about. And we hung out longer than I was expecting, but had like such a good time. So I didn't get back to my plans for yesterday evening, which is fine. Like, time with friends was a great time and it was good, but I do have some stuff that I still want to get done today. So this is turning into more of a 24 and 48, which was kind of inevitable because the Conquest is 48 hours long. I wasn't gonna just stop being productive at the 24-hour mark or stop being part of the vlog. So that was sort of inevitable and I didn't think about that until now, but it's all working out. It's fine. So today, as far as productivity, I want to work on some journaling. I want to work on some other just like, I have a few more like decluttering tasks I want to do, but I also mostly want to focus on my book journal and my bullet journal, as well as some content planning for the end of the month, kind of get some things scheduled and figure out exactly what I want to do. And then we have some book updates for you. So I finished Beneath the Sugar Sky by Sean McGuire, and this is the 3rd book in the Wayward Children series, and I really thought this one was going to be one I didn't like based on the world we were going to, but I ended up really enjoying this installment and finding it fascinating. I'm really interested to see, so what I have heard about this series is that like every other book is like the odd number books advance the plot of the story, and then the even numbered books are like prequels, so you basically get the backstory of one of the characters we're following in the main story, and that has been true so far. So in the book I just read, Beneath the Sugar Sky, we were advancing like the larger plot, we'll say, the main plot, and I found that really interesting, and I was really excited to see all those characters again. But then we get a prequel, In an Absent Dream, which I have just started, and I'm about halfway through this morning. This is a 5-hour audiobook, so I will finish this today. In this, we are going to the Goblin Market world, which I have been interested in since the first book. So I'm excited about this, and just, I feel like this is going to tear my heart out. It's a little sad so far, and it's just kind of, it's good. I really like it, but it's also a little sad. Then, in unfortunate news, we are DNFing Song of Silver Flame Like Night. I have been reading this book for weeks, and I was really trying to get through it because I loved the concept at the beginning. Hi everyone, so I am editing this now and I'm looking at it and listening myself try to explain this book to you, and I'm realizing what the problem was, that I never got a good grasp on the world building, the characters, the plot. Really anything in this book just kind of slipped through my fingers and just didn't stick in my brain. So I don't know if that was a book problem or a me problem, but I really couldn't get a grasp on this book, and I really struggled with it. And as I was trying to explain the plot to you in this clip, and I'm watching myself do that, I realized I just never got a good grasp on it. There's a couple of other things that I'm gonna leave in as critiques of the book, but that really is the main one, that I just truly couldn't get a grasp on anything in this story. So I was already struggling, and then we got to the point where we were in a school. And if you've heard me talk recently, I'm realizing that schools are not for me. I don't love school settings. It's not a big thing for me. Like in fantasy books, like if we're in a dark academia where I'm like expecting the school setting, I do okay. I can like figure out which ones I'm gonna like, or I'm more willing to try it. But fantasy school settings are just not for me. And so once we got there, I was struggling even more. And then just a few things happened within that school setting that I was just like, this is not the book for me. It's unfortunate, but I'm gonna DNF it. So I got to 50% so I could submit it for the readathon. But yeah, this one is just, it's a DNF. So I'm reading In an Absent Dream, and I'm also probably going to try to pick something else up that I will read like post Conquest weekend so that I can keep my momentum up and keep going. I have a couple of things that on my like radar to start, but right now this is the only book I have going, which is fine. Like I said, I'm trying to balance reading and also doing other things this weekend since I am slowly getting myself out of a slump. So that's my update for now, and I will have more for you later. Hello, it's a few days later, and I never finished this vlog, so I just wanted to tell you what I did in the evening of Sunday to kind of finish up my day, because I made a list, and I was like, I did finish this out. I did the 24 and 24. I just simply forgot to tell you. So 1, took a shower. 2, I did set up my bullet journal and work on content planning. So I really think I've made some progress there. I'm not going to show you my bullet journal and my content planner because I don't typically do that, but I did make a lot of progress in that and kind of get the end of September ready to go. Then I finished In an Absent Dream and submitted those points for Conquest weekend, which I was really happy that I finished the 2 novellas over the course of the weekend because, like I said, I have been in a reading slump. I also remembered to empty my dehumidifier, which is a challenge for me, so I was really happy I got that done. I tend to forget about it. It's in our basement. It's in the back of the basement. I always forget about it. And then I also finished a crochet square. If you saw me on Sprints with Katie, Laura, and Beatrice last weekend, you would have seen me like working on some crochet, and I was working on these little squares, and I finished several of them last weekend, so I was happy about that, and just, you know, happy that I kept working on that and kept going. So we got 24 things done in 48 hours, including participating in Conquest weekend, and I was just really happy to, you know, get all that done. I also kind of like cleared my TBR, which was not my TBR, my currently reading, which was exciting because I did end up doing a DNF. So I had just kind of cleared things out, starting fresh with a couple of books, and have been reading new and exciting things this week. So happy with that. But as far as the 24 in 24, I feel like this was a pretty successful first attempt. I might try this again. It did get me, you know, pretty productive over the course of those days, and yeah, got a lot done. So that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see me again, you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. You can also like and comment down there. If you want to let me know you were here but you don't feel chatty today, you can always leave me a bubble emoji, we'll say. And yeah, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi everyone, so I am editing this now and I'm looking at it and listening myself try to explain this book to you, and I'm realizing what the problem was, that I never got a good grasp on the world building, the characters, the plot. really anything in this book just kind of slipped through my fingers and just didn't stick in my brain. So I don't know if that was a book problem or a me problem, but I really couldn't get a grasp on this book, and I really struggled with it. And as I was trying to explain the plot to you in this clip, and I'm watching myself do that, I realized I just never got a good grasp on it. There's a couple of other things that I'm gonna leave in as critiques of the book, but that really is the main one, that I just truly couldn't get a grasp on anything in this story.